Seems like while Fujimoto was away on his break, he's been cooking up new and innovative ways to blow our beautiful and fragile little minds. This chapter opens up with Asa and Yoru getting ready for their hot date with Denji, and if you don't remember, Yoru needs Asa to make her a weapon so she can kill Chainsaw Man. Not that Chainsaw Man, this Chainsaw Man. So she plans to kill this Chainsaw Man by turning him into a weapon so then she can kill that Chainsaw Man, all the while knowing that that Chainsaw Man is actually the Chainsaw Man, and that Chainsaw Man is actually just a phony.
That's right! You're a big fat phony!
Also, take a shot every time I just said Chainsaw Man. And afterwards, while you're there, maybe subscribe to the channel. Love you. We see Asa talking to Yoru about whether Asa is truly capable of seducing Denji in order to turn him into a weapon. And we see Asa talking about how guys will literally fall for a girl who will show them even the slightest fraction of a good time. And honestly, I think Asa is completely overestimating the sheer amount of riz that she has here, because as it turns out, I'm actually right, and she is overestimating herself here, because in the next panel, Asa is giving Denji a whole ass presentation on seeing enemies, and Denji is literally falling asleep. Like, Denji is an idiot, and him just being in front of an aquarium is enough to keep that man happy. So to see Asa fumble in the bag so hard is kind of funny, considering how she just told Yoru she wouldn't understand because she's a devil, which is kind of important because that fact keeps coming up. But it made me laugh because we've seen Devil seduce Denji before, the Control Devil and even the Bomb Devil, and my man was so down for it. So obviously Asa is just lacking a severe amount of riz right now. Completely forgot my glasses. I'm wondering why I can't see shit here. Denji ends up getting annoyed and storming off because that man really just wants to see penguins and he's never seen them before. And honestly, I sympathize because I've never seen penguins either before, so I'm with my man Denji on this. But Yoru interjects here and tells Asa that she is basically a total bore. And again, I agree hard. Asa's got me fucking snoozing here, and Fujimoto has done a perfect job of writing her that way to make it boring. Like, there is 2 panels in this manga back to back that had me kind of tripping out because they are literally perfect mirror images of each other with just different text. It tripped me out a little bit to see that, and it might have tripped you out a little bit, but it really threw me through a loop here. But then Asa ends up snapping at Yoru and saying, you know, you wouldn't get it because you're just a devil, which again is the second time she's mentioned that, and I feel like that's almost a hate crime at this point. But then as they're arguing, they are interrupted by none other than our mystery devil, who keeps just appearing, and she then goes on to say how Denji can't tell the difference between right and wrong. We all already know this about Denji. Like, most of the time, he will try to do the right thing, but a majority of the time, whenever Denji does the right thing, he doesn't really give a singular shit about the people's lives that he's putting in danger in the chaos of his actions, and he only really cares about those people if it's for his end goal. Case in point, in the previous chapters, there was a girl buried under the Justice Devil's body, and Denji only really cared so he could tell her that he was the Chainsaw Man, basically. Denji's kind of a Blade anti-hero villain type dude. This mystery devil then goes on to explain to Asa how Asa is wrong about one thing, and it's that Asa can't be capable of turning Denji into a weapon. To which Asa is completely surprised and taken aback that the mystery woman knows of her powers, and this is where we get the big reveal. She is actually the Famine Devil, the War Devil's big sister, making her one of the 4 horseman devils joining the ranks of the Control and the War Devil, and we are still now yet to see death. And for those of you who are speculating on this, congratulations on having a massive brain, because I genuinely didn't get this. But Yoru tries to interrupt the conversation between Asa and Famine. However, Famine completely shows us a new powers of hers, and she snaps her fingers and transports both herself and Yoru completely to a different location, while still somehow being able to talk to Asa, whether it's like telepathically or her voice just carries. I don't know how she's done that, but she states that she's taken Yoru outside and it's only going to be temporary, and that she said that she isn't leaving the aquarium until she kills Denji. She then goes on to say how any human should be capable of abandoning their morality when they're hungry, which obviously now lines up with Famine. Shortly after this, Denji returns from going to see the penguins and tells Asa there's an emergency, mentioning how big the aquarium is and that he's been walking down this corridor for a very long time now and couldn't seem to find the exit. And he mentions how that pain in the butt from hell is probably back again, and if you can't remember, he is more than likely referring to the Eternity Devil, which we saw way back in the manga, and most recently in the last couple of episodes of the actual animated series. And considering the effects Eternity had on a certain Kobeni way back then, I can only imagine how an even more unhinged Asa will react to learn that she is now trapped in an everlasting aquarium. But it does raise the question on if the Eternity Devil returned, because I was pretty convinced that Denji had killed him. But it could be the case that he returned to hell, regained his powers, whatever, and then came back, as Denji's just said. Or it could be the case that this is an unknown power to us that Famine is using to control the Eternity Devil, similar to how Makima was able to control other things, but maybe. We don't know. But Asa is going to have a difficult time killing Denji, considering she doesn't know that Denji is actually Chainsaw Man, and for a regular human, it's just simply not going to work out if she tries to kill him. Overall, this chapter dropped us straight into the fucking flames and heat here, and Fujimoto is really bringing the action and dropping the fucking heat once again, and I couldn't be happier. I'm actually really happy to see now that this devil is actually confirmed as Famine, because I didn't ever put that together. I've seen lots of theories about it, but they didn't really make sense to me, probably because I'm an idiot. But that is all from me. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and let me know what you thought of this chapter in the comments down below. And if you haven't already, consider becoming a member, as it really does help out the channel. But that is everything from me. Much love, big kisses, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.